Hi everyone! Today my air fryer is going to be on fire. I've got 12 of the most incredible new recipes that will push your air fryer to its limits. To get started, you'll need a tortilla. Lay it on your cutting board. Now crack open a jar of peanut butter and spoon a generous dollop right in the center of that tortilla. Next we are peeling a banana and slicing it up. Take about a quarter of these banana slices and place them on top of the peanut butter. Let's roll it up. Once you've got your tortilla neatly wrapped, we are dunking it in some beaten egg. This will be our butter. In a separate dish, we've got our breadcrumbs. Mix them with sugar and cinnamon. Now take that egg-coated tortilla roll and give it a good coating in our sweet breadcrumb mixture. Pop your creation into the air fryer basket and cook it at 180 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes. What comes out is a crispy golden brown roll-up with a warm, gooey center of peanut butter and banana. It's absolutely delicious. Let's dive into our next exciting recipe. We'll begin with a flavorful mix. Grab a bowl and add 2 tablespoons of flour. Now let's create a flavor explosion. We are adding a teaspoon each of dried ginger, oregano, dried garlic, thyme, smoked paprika, salt and black pepper. Finally, add a teaspoon of baking powder. Mix all these ingredients together well. Next, we've got 2 chicken breasts. Let's cut them into small pieces or cubes and place them into a bowl. We need a beaten egg for this next step. Pour it over the chicken cubes in the bowl. Now for the fun part. Take each egg-coated chicken piece and roll it in our spice mixture until it's well covered. Place these seasoned bites in your air fryer. We are cooking these at 200 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. What comes out are crispy, flavorful chicken bites that rival any fast food joint. They are crunchy on the outside, juicy on the inside and packed with flavor. Enjoy your delicious, crispy chicken popcorn! Before our next recipe, here's a quick cleaning hack for your air fryer. Add some dish soap to the basket, then fill it with water. For my air fryer, that's about 1 liter. Now the magic trick. Run your air fryer for 15 minutes with this soapy water inside. When it's done, just drain and rinse. Voila! Your air fryer is clean and ready for more delicious cooking. No scrubbing needed. Let's get back to making more tasty treats in our spotless air fryer. Let's create a delicious snack in our air fryer that's sure to satisfy your cravings. Start by laying out 2 slices of bread. Now here's a pro tip. Place a cutting board on top of the bread slices and press down firmly to flatten them out. This will give us a perfect base for our toppings. Now let's get saucy. Open a can of pizza sauce and spread a couple of spoonfuls on each flattened slice. Don't go overboard. We want crispy, not soggy. Time for the star of the show – cheese. Sprinkle a generous amount of shredded cheese over the sauce. Feel free to use your favorite kind. For that authentic pizza flavor, we are adding some sliced smoked sausage. These little bits will crisp up nicely in the air fryer. Here's where the magic happens. Stack your loaded slices on top of each other, creating a cheesy sandwich. Put them in the air fryer and cook for about 10 minutes or until the cheese is melted and bubbly. When it's done, you'll have a perfectly crisp treat with melted cheese and savory sausage bits. Enjoy! Let's create a delicious breakfast treat that's perfect for your air fryer. Take a silicone mold designed for your air fryer. Carefully line it with a large tortilla wrap. Now let's layer in our ingredients. First, add a handful of fresh spinach leaves on top of the tortilla. Grab some ham and dice it into small cubes. Sprinkle these over the spinach. Time for some cheese. Crumble some feta cheese over our ham and spinach layer. In a glass, crack 3 eggs and add a pinch of salt. Beat them with a fork until well mixed. Then pour this eggy goodness evenly over our ingredients. For a pop of color and freshness, let's add some cherry tomatoes. Cut them in half and scatter these little flavor bombs across the top. Carefully place your filled silicone mold into the air fryer basket. Set your air fryer to 170 degrees Celsius and let it cook for 30 to 35 minutes, or until it's perfectly set and golden. Once it's done, let it cool for a moment before slicing into this savory breakfast pie. There you have it, a protein-packed, veggie-filled breakfast tortilla that's as delicious as it is nutritious. Let's whip up a mouth-watering side dish in our air fryer. Start with some fresh young potatoes on your cutting board. Slice each potato in half, then make crisscross cuts on the cut side. This will help our seasonings penetrate better. Now let's prep our air fryer. Remove the tray, leaving just the basket. We'll be using the basket on its own for this recipe. Pour some melted butter into the bottom of the basket. Grate some Parmesan cheese and sprinkle it over the butter. Time to spice things up. Add salt, dried garlic, smoked paprika and a touch of hot pepper to the butter and cheese mixture. Give it all a good stir right in the air fryer basket. Carefully place your prepped potatoes cut side down into this flavorful mixture. For an extra touch of goodness, drizzle some olive oil over the potatoes and sprinkle more grated Parmesan on top. Pop the basket back into your air fryer and let it work its magic at 200 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. When they're done, you'll have incredibly crispy, cheesy potatoes that are tender on the inside and bursting with flavor. These crispy Parmesan potatoes are not just delicious, they're absolutely irresistible. Let's create a delicious banana bread with a special twist in our air fryer. Start by grabbing a bowl, take 2 ripe bananas, peel them and mash them into a smooth puree using a potato masher. Crack an egg into the bowl with our banana mash. Now add 1/4 cup of melted butter and 1/4 cup of milk. For sweetness, mix in 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Whisk everything together until well combined. Time for the dry ingredients. Add 1 cup of wheat flour, another teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt. Mix until you have a smooth batter. Here comes the fun part. Fold in 1/4 cup of chocolate chips and several crushed Biscoff cookies. These will add delicious pockets of sweetness and crunch to our bread. Pour the butter into a parchment-lined baking pan that fits in your air fryer. For a decorative touch, place a whole Biscoff cookie on top. Carefully place the pan in your air fryer basket, set the temperature to 160 degrees Celsius and bake for 30 minutes. When it's done, you'll have a moist, flavorful banana bread with delightful hints of caramelized Biscoff cookies and melted chocolate chips. Let it cool slightly before slicing into this heavenly treat. Enjoy your air fryer Biscoff banana bread. Let's create a delicious and easy spaghetti dish right in our air fryer. Start with a clever hack. Break a package of spaghetti in half over the edge of your counter. This shorter pasta will fit perfectly in your air fryer basket. We'll need about 200 grams. Now let's add some flavor. Sprinkle in half a teaspoon of chili flakes, a teaspoon of Italian herbs and a teaspoon of salt. For a punch of garlic goodness, crush 5 cloves through a garlic press right over the pasta. Next, pour in a whole 400 grams can of tomato puree. Add 250 milliliters of water to ensure our pasta cooks properly. Now give everything a good mix, making sure the spaghetti is evenly coated. Set your air fryer to 180 degrees Celsius and cook for 15 to 20 minutes. Here's the key to perfect air fryer pasta. Stir it every 4 to 5 minutes to prevent sticking. Once it's done, transfer your spaghetti to a plate. For the finishing touch, sprinkle some grated Parmesan cheese on top. And there you have it! Delicious air fryer spaghetti in tomato sauce, ready to enjoy! Up next in our air fryer adventure, crispy flavorful mussels. This recipe takes ordinary mussels and transforms them into a crunchy, savory treat. We are using a Ziploc bag to coat our mussels. This method ensures even seasoning distribution and makes cleanup a breeze. Into the bag add the mussels along with 3 tablespoons breadcrumbs, a teaspoon each of curry powder, smoked paprika, garlic powder and salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Once all the ingredients are in the bag, seal it and give it a good shake. Now transfer your coated mussels into your air fryer basket and spray lightly with olive oil. Set the temperature to 180 degrees Celsius and cook for 10 minutes. When they are done, you'll have perfectly crispy, flavorful mussels. The breadcrumb coating will be golden and crunchy, while the mussels inside remain tender and juicy. These crispy mussels make for a fantastic appetizer or a unique seafood main course. Up next in our air fryer journey, delightful puff pastry cinnamon bites. Start by unrolling a sheet of puff pastry dough and removing the plastic wrap. Using a pizza cutter, slice the dough into small squares about 2 cm in size. Arrange these little dough squares in a single layer in your air fryer basket. Cook them at 180 degrees Celsius for 7 minutes. They'll puff and turn golden as they bake. While they are baking, let's prepare our cinnamon sugar coating. In a small bowl, mix together some cinnamon and sugar. Once your pastry bites are golden and puffed, transfer them to a separate bowl. Sprinkle the cinnamon sugar mixture over the bites and gently toss to coat each piece evenly. Arrange your coated bites on a plate and voila! Your dessert is ready. These flaky pastry treats offer a perfect balance of sweetness and warm spice. They're incredibly easy to make and ideal for satisfying your sweet tooth. Let's create a mouth-watering breakfast sandwich in our air fryer. Start by placing a bowl on the table and unwrapping some butter. Cut off a piece and place it in the bowl. Here's a quick tip. Cover the bowl with a hot, smaller bowl to melt the butter faster. To our melted butter, we'll add some finely chopped parsley and press a clove of garlic. Sprinkle in a pinch of salt, mix everything together with a fork until well combined. Now let's prepare our star ingredient, a ciabatta bread. Slice it lengthwise and spread our herb butter mixture generously on one half. Next, layer some slices of chorizo sausage on top. Grate some cheddar cheese and sprinkle it over the sausage. For a visually appealing touch, use 2 different cheese colors. Place your prepared ciabatta in the air fryer basket and cook at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. As it cooks, the cheese will melt beautifully and the sausage will crisp up, creating a mouth-watering open-faced sandwich. Once it's done, take it out of the air fryer and cut it in half. Then take one piece and flip it over onto the other, so the cheese and toppings are in the middle and the crust is on the outside. Now you can enjoy! Time for a delightful seafood treat, air fryer style. We'll start by preparing our special coating. In a small bowl, add a tablespoon of flour, some fish seasoning and a pinch of salt. Add a splash of water and mix well to create a smooth batter. Now for our main ingredient. Take a beautiful salmon fillet. Here's a pro tip. Use a kitchen torch to quickly heat the skin, making it easy to remove. Transfer the salmon to a cutting board and dice it into cubes. Now dip each cube into our prepared batter using a skewer or fork, then roll it in crushed cornflakes for a crispy coating. Arrange these golden nuggets in your air fryer basket. Cook at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. When they are done, you'll have perfectly crispy salmon bites that are crunchy on the outside and tender on the inside. These delicious morsels make for a fantastic appetizer or main course. Enjoy your crispy air fryer salmon nuggets! Time for a sweet treat in the air fryer. Let's start with a slice of toast bread. Trim off the crusts from all 4 sides. Here's a fun trick. Use a kitchen mallet to gently press down the center of the bread, creating a little well with raised edges. Now for the sweet filling. Nutella. Spread a generous dollop of this chocolatey hazelnut goodness into the center of the bread. Beat an egg and brush it around the edges of the bread. This will act as a glue. Fold the bread in half, then use a fork to press and seal the edges, creating a little pocket. Next, brush the top of our creation with the remaining beaten egg. This will give it a beautiful golden color as it cooks. Place your Nutella pockets in the air fryer basket and cook at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. After cooking, you'll have a crispy golden pockets filled with warm, gooey Nutella. These little pies are deliciously hot and oh so tasty. Dig into your sweet air fryer creation and enjoy! Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please share it on your social media.